Have you ever been talking to an AI, and for a second you felt like it just gets you, like it actually understands what you're going through? Well, today we're going to dive deep into that feeling and explore the incredibly blurry line between artificial empathy and the real thing.
I mean, just look at this. This is something a therapy chatbot might say. It sounds so warm, right? So supportive and genuinely caring. And it's exactly this kind of interaction that makes us wonder, are we creating machines that can actually feel?
And that's really the million-dollar question we're tackling. Is this a real, genuine feeling coming from the machine, or is it just an unbelievably clever trick? We're going to play detective and investigate the mystery of the empathetic machine.
All right, so to kick off our investigation, we've got to look at the evidence. What are we actually seeing that makes us even think an AI could be empathetic in the first place? Well, scientists are on the case. For instance, a recent study from UC Santa Cruz basically had AI models read real stories from students, stories about their joys, their sorrows, and then rate its own empathy. And yeah, the AI could often spit out the right empathetic words. But the study really put a spotlight on this huge gap. The AI was just matching patterns it learned from all its training data. It wasn't truly understanding the human experience behind those words.
Okay, so to make sense of test results like that, we need our first big clue. This is a super important distinction that's going to help us see what's really going on inside that AI brain.
And here it is, performance versus competence. Now, performance is just about doing the task successfully, like saying the right supportive phrase at the right time. But competence, that's about having the genuine, deep understanding behind the task. And trust me, that difference is absolutely everything here.
Here's a perfect way to think about it. Imagine a little kid who has a picture book totally memorized. They can read it back to you word for word perfectly. That's a great performance, right? But if you hand them a brand new book, they're stuck. They don't actually know how to read. They lack the fundamental competence. A lot of AI empathy works just like that.
This whole idea leads us straight into one of the most famous thought experiments in all of philosophy, one that gets right to the very heart of AI and understanding. So, let's step inside the Chinese room. But hang on, before we go in, we need two more key terms: syntax and semantics. Think of syntax as the rules, like grammar. It's just about arranging symbols in the right order. Semantics, on the other hand, is all about meaning. What do those symbols actually stand for? Keep that difference locked in your head.
Okay, the experiment starts now. Picture a man sitting all by himself in a locked room. Super important detail, he does not speak or understand a single word of Chinese. He's our computer processor.
Now, in the room with him is this enormous rule book. This is the AI's program. It's all written in English, and it gives him very specific instructions, like, if you see this squiggle, find the page with that squiggle and write down the symbol next to it. He's just matching symbols. It is all syntax, zero semantics. He has no clue what any of it means.
So, people outside the room start slipping questions written in Chinese under the door. The man follows his rulebook, finds the right symbols to send back, and slides out these perfect, totally coherent answers. To everyone on the outside, it looks like the room is fluent in Chinese. But here's the kicker. Does anyone or anything in that room actually understand Chinese? The answer is a hard no. It's a flawless performance, but with zero competence. Okay, so let's jump from that thought experiment to a real-world test, a place where this whole illusion of understanding really starts to show its cracks. I'm talking about something very, very human: sarcasm. And yep, this is where the mask slips. When you test even the most powerful AIs like GPT-4 on detecting sarcasm, they really struggle. And why is that? Well, sarcasm isn't just about the words, is it? It's about the tone, the context, the shared experience between two people. It's pure semantics, and a syntax-crunching machine just gets totally lost.
A Reddit user named BadGuy84 absolutely nailed it with this comment. An AI can be trained to see the pattern of a smile, the corners of the mouth turn up, but it has no way of knowing the meaning behind it. Is that person happy? Are they in pain? Is it just a polite grimace? See, our emotions are tied to our bodies, our lived experiences. An AI has no body, no life, no memories. It's just processing data. It's not feeling an experience.
Okay, so the AI is basically faking it till it makes it. So what? Why does this even matter? Well, it matters a lot, because this technology isn't just sitting in a lab somewhere. It's being rolled out into the real world in some really high-stakes situations.
This is not science fiction. This kind of effective computing is already being used in mental health chatbots, in hiring software that analyzes your face in an interview, to monitor employees, and even in public surveillance systems. In every single one of these cases, we're putting our trust in a system to make judgments about our deepest emotional states, a system that can't truly understand them.
Just think about your social media feed for a second. The algorithm doesn't show you your friend's vacation photo because it understands your friendship. No, it shows it to you because you've liked their photos before, maybe you're in a few of the same groups, and that post is getting a lot of engagement. It's just really, really good pattern matching, not a real connection.
And the potential for real harm here is huge, especially for vulnerable people. Just listen to this powerful comment from Reddit user NegativeBath. For someone on the autism spectrum, the thought of an AI misreading their emotional expression and reporting that back to a doctor, well, that's not just an error. That's genuinely scary.
And this really brings us to the final and maybe most important question here. If a machine gets so good at imitating empathy that we as humans literally cannot tell the difference, if its performance is absolutely perfect, does its lack of real competence, of true feeling, even matter anymore? That's the illusion of understanding we all need to start thinking about.